The following is an excerpt taken from Islamic Months, authored by Mufti Muhammad Taqi Usmani. The Urdu and Persian word Qurbani, sacrificial slaughter, is derived from the Arabic word Qurban. Lexically, it means an act performed to seek Allah's pleasure. Originally, the word Qurban included all acts of charity, because the purpose of charity is nothing but to seek Allah's pleasure. But in precise religious terminology, the word was later confined to the sacrifice of an animal slaughtered for the sake of Allah. The sacrifice of an animal has always been treated as a recognized form of worship in all religious orders originating from a divine book. Even in pagan societies, the sacrifice of an animal is recognized as a form of worship, but it is done in the name of some idols and not in the name of Allah, a practice totally rejected by Islam. In the Sharia of our beloved Prophet ﷺ, the sacrifice of an animal has been recognized as a form of worship only during the 3 days of Dhul Hijjah, namely the 10th, 11th and 12th of the month. This is to commemorate the unparalleled sacrifice offered by Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, when he, in pursuance to a command of Allah conveyed to him in a dream, prepared himself to slaughter his beloved son Ismail alayhi salam, and actually did so. But Allah Almighty, after testing his submission, sent down a sheep and saved his son from the logical fate of slaughter. It is from that time onwards that the sacrifice of an animal became an obligatory duty to be performed by every well-to-do Muslim. Qurbani is a demonstration of total submission to Allah and a proof of complete obedience to Allah's will or command. When a Muslim offers a Qurbani, this is exactly what he intends to prove. Thus, the Qurbani offered by a Muslim signifies that he is a slave of Allah at his best, and that he will not hesitate even for a moment, once he receives an absolute command from his Creator, to surrender before it, to obey it willingly, even if it be at the price of his life and possessions. When a true and perfect Muslim receives such a command from Allah, his natural instinct stops him from indulging in the futile search for the responsibility behind the command. He does not make his obedience dependent upon command's responsibility as perceived through his limited understanding. He knows that Allah is all-knowing, all-wise, and that his own reason cannot encompass the knowledge and wisdom underlying the divine command. He, therefore, submits to the divine command, even if he cannot grasp the reason or wisdom behind it. This is exactly what the Prophet Ibrahim ﷺ did. Apparently, there was no reason why a father should slaughter his innocent son, but when came the command from Allah, he never asked about the reason for that command, nor did he hesitate to follow it. Even his minor son, when asked by his father about the dream he had seen, never questioned the legitimacy of the command, nor did he pine or whine about it, nor did he ask for one good reason why he was being slaughtered. The one and only response he made was, "Father, do what you have been ordered to do. You shall find me, God willing, among the patient." The present-day Qurbani is offered in memory of this great model of submission set before us by the great father and the great son. So Qurbani must be offered in our time emulating the same ideal and attitude of submission. This, then, is the true philosophy of Qurbani. With this in mind, one can easily unveil the fallacy of those who raise objections against Qurbani on the basis of economic calculations and depict it to be a wastage of money, resources and livestock. Unable to see beyond mundane benefits, they cannot understand the spirit Islam wants to plant and nourish amongst its followers, the spirit of total submission to Allah's will, which equips man with more superior qualities so necessary to keep humanity in a state of lasting peace and welfare. Qurbani is nothing but a powerful symbol of the required human conduct with regards to the divine commands, however irrational or uneconomical they may seem to be in their appearance. Thus, the distrustful quest for mundane economic benefits behind Qurbani is, in fact, the negation of its real philosophy and the very spirit underlining it. No doubt, there is in every form of worship ordained by Allah certain worldly benefits too, but they are not the main purpose of these prescribed duties, nor shall they be treated as a precondition to submission and obedience. All acts of worship, including Qurbani, must be carried out with a spirit of total submission to Allah, irrespective of the economic, social, or political benefits. This is what Ibrahim alayhi salam did, and this is what every Muslim is required to do.